Right, Chapter 3, Topic 8, Factoring Special Polynomials. There's nothing particularly special about it until the last example. So the first couple of examples will just be good practice on how to factor polynomials. So first we're going to factor, we'll factor one of those trinomials. We'll do the first one. Look, there's a coefficient in front of the x squared. It's a 4. We can't factor a 4 out of the whole thing. So we need to move on to our next step where we look at a 4, we have a 9. We're going to multiply those. Multiply out to 36. So we're going to factor this by decomposition. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply to 36 and add to 12, right? Get that 12 from there. So off the top of my head, I know they're going to all be positive numbers. There's no negative numbers involved anywhere in that trinomial, so our factors will be positive. And just so happens to come to mind that 6 and 6 multiply to 36. 6 and 6 also happen to add to 12, so those will be our two numbers we're going to use to decompose, to break up, to split up that middle term. So let's do that. We have 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x, right? That's our 12x. We've just split it up into two parts, and our plus 9. So now we're going to look at each section separately. And when we look at our first section, we can factor out an x. We have an x in both terms. We can factor out a 2 because both of our coefficients are even. So we take out a 2x. We're left with a 2x plus 3. Now looking at that second section, hopefully, right, when we factor something out, we're left with 2x plus 3, because if we're not, we've either done something wrong or we can't factor it. So we're going to look, we only have an x in one of our terms, so we cannot factor out an x. So we look at our numbers. We have a 6, we have a 9, we can factor out a 3. And when we factor out a 3 from 6x, we're left with 2x. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we have factored correctly, but we're not quite done. We need to write this out properly. We have these two pieces coming together to form one of the factors. And we take the piece in the brackets, forming our other factor. We can rewrite this as 2x plus 3 squared. And that's why they considered this one a special polynomial, right? We didn't do anything different, right? We factored by decomposition. We got a correct answer. It just happened to be that those two factors are the same. Same sort of idea for part B. I'll leave that one for you to look at on your own.